Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues and friends. I want to begin with expressing my gratitude to all of you for attending today's event. As some of you know, I returned to Uzbekistan about a year and a half ago, and having lived most of my adult life, unfortunately, abroad. However, despite that, I always stay close to my roots and in touch with Uzbekistan. I've made my decision to return to the homeland because I believe Uzbekistan today has a unique opportunity to make changes which is under the leadership of Shavkat Miramonovich Mirziyoyev, our president, will allow us to start a new chapter in our nation's rich history. With the right tools and knowledge, our country can soon transform itself to become a key player in Central Asia, making people of Uzbekistan richer, more educated, healthier. ADB and European Development Bank, we are about to complete a comprehensive capital market strategy program that will give us a roadmap for the next 5 years. We work tirelessly with our partner banks and very experienced industry consultants. Some of them are here with a wealth of experience who are now helping us to understand the problems of capital markets and how we should structure it going forward. I think capital markets is important because it provides a very important component for funding growing economy. We grow 5-6% every year, which is great, but personally I believe we can do much better than that once we solve our problems, the barriers and bottlenecks. And one of the main objectives of our agency as a main regulator of securities markets is to defend shareholder interest. And I can tell you this message has been supported by the most senior government officials, including the president of Uzbekistan, that our objective of the agency to ensure that we develop appropriate tools and defend investor rights. We don't have investor confidence. If investors don't feel protected, it will be difficult to bring them in as a long-term partners. Our strategy that we'll introduce by end of the year, and we will put it for public discussion. You will all have an opportunity to contribute and give us your feedback. The strategy will have 5 pillars. It will focus on problems related to the infrastructure, the legal framework. We anticipate to redraft and simplify all of the regulatory obstacles and including joint stock company laws, securities laws, and simplify them into one single capital market law. We will also be looking at the supply side. That includes bringing more interesting securities to public and private equity markets, bond market. That includes massive privatization program. Between now and next few months, we now, together with the State Asset Management Agency, will be proposing a list of 20 plus companies, national champions, who would want to offer for privatization through IPO or maybe private placements for investors. We will be looking on the demand side. How can we stimulate demand? what barriers to remove to make it simple to open accounts for foreign investors, how we can stimulate the growth of the private pension fund system, and it will be done together with our partners at the Ministry of Finance. In addition to that, the most important thing, in my view, to develop successful capital market is to give as much flexibility and incentives and freedom to intermediaries. This is the investment banking community, which I was part of. I started my career as an investment banker, giving the incentive to investment intermediaries, asset managers, investment banks, brokers and dealers. A lot of you are here today, flew from New York, London, Moscow. I can assure you, as a regulator and as an agency responsible for development, we will be providing opportunities to you to win the mandates, to be able to generate sustainable business model for yourselves. Many of you know I was the Deputy Minister of Education in Uzbekistan for 6 months, and I've seen personally how much hunger, how much interest our young generation have in building the prosperity. Our agency is planning to put together a capital market academy to retrain and teach basic skills on finance, entrepreneurship, so that rules of market economy will be embedded and promoted going forward. So on this note, thank you very much.